You got the life everyone promised would make you happy. The job, the followers, the perfect feed. But late at night, when the lights go off and the noise fades, you feel nothing. You worked for years to reach this moment, climbed every ladder, checked every box, bought the things you were supposed to buy. Yet here you are, staring at the ceiling, asking yourself, is this really it? You are not broken. You are not ungrateful. You are waking up to the biggest scam ever sold. The illusion that success equals fulfillment, that more equals better, that chasing what everyone else wants will somehow fill the void inside you. Millions of Americans right now are living this exact moment, scrolling Instagram at 2 in the morning, surrounded by everything they thought they needed, feeling emptier than they did when they had nothing. The saddest part is not the emptiness itself. It is realizing you were never taught how to want the right things. Society built a perfect trap. It convinced you that happiness lives on the other side of achievement, on the other side of applause, on the other side of more. And by the time you got there, you realized the prize was just another cage. Let me show you how deep this goes. Back in the early 1900s, a man named Edward Bernays, Freud's nephew, figured out something terrifying. You could control entire populations, not by force, but by manipulating their desires. He took his uncle's theories about the unconscious mind and weaponized them for corporations and governments. He did not sell products, he sold identity. He sold the idea that buying things, achieving status, collecting experiences, that all of this would make you whole. He turned consumption into therapy, and we have been overdosing ever since. Bernays understood what most people still do. Humans are not driven by logic. They are driven by the need to fill an inner void. And if you can convince someone that your product, your lifestyle, your ideology fills that void, you own them. This is why you can have everything and still feel empty. Because the things you were chasing were never designed to satisfy you. They were designed to keep you chasing. Every ad you have ever seen, every influencer you have ever followed, every motivational quote about grinding and hustling, they are all selling the same lie, that external success will cure internal emptiness. It will not. It never has, and it never will. But admitting that would collapse the entire economy of distraction we have built our lives around. The system needs you to stay hungry, stay distracted, stay just unsatisfied enough to keep spending, keep scrolling, keep performing. Dopamine is the fuel, and achievement is the drug. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. You reach a goal, feel a short burst of happiness, then your brain resets, and suddenly, that accomplishment feels normal, meaningless, and you need the next hit. You got the promotion, now you need the bigger title. You hit 10,000 followers, now you need 100,000. You bought the house, now you need the vacation home. It never stops because it was never meant to stop. The treadmill does not have an off switch. It just speeds up until you collapse. And here is the really dark part. The emptiness you feel is not a bug. It is a feature. If you ever felt truly fulfilled, truly at peace, you would stop consuming, stop performing, stop feeding the machine. The economy, the attention economy, the social economy, all of it depends on you feeling like you are never enough. Like you are always one purchase, one achievement, one transformation away from happiness. They need you empty so they can keep selling you the cure. This is not ancient history. This is happening right now, every time you open your phone. Algorithms are designed using the same principles. B.F. Skinner used to condition rats, variable rewards, intermittent reinforcement, just enough dopamine to keep you coming back, but never enough to make you satisfied. You scroll, you get a like, a comment, a message, a tiny hit of validation, then nothing. So you scroll again and again, hoping the next swipe will be the one that fills the hole. It will not, because the hole is not supposed to be filled. It is supposed to keep you hooked. Social media is not a tool. It is a slot machine designed to keep you pulling the lever, and your attention, your time, your sense of self, that is the currency. Think about Rome, 2,000 years ago. The emperors knew that a well-fed, entertained population would never revolt. Bread and circuses, keep their bellies full, keep their eyes glued to the Colosseum, and they will never question why they are not free. The tools changed, but the strategy did not. We traded arenas for screens, gladiators for influencers. But the show never stopped. The goal has always been the same. Keep people distracted, keep them chasing, keep them too numb to realize they are living in a cage they built themselves. The difference now is that the circus is everywhere. It is in your pocket, it is in your bedroom, it is in your mind 24/7. You are not just watching the show anymore. You are the show, performing for an invisible audience, measuring your worth in metrics, bleeding yourself dry for engagement. And the worst part? You know it is happening, you feel it. But you keep playing along because stopping feels even scarier than continuing. What if you step off the treadmill and realize there is nothing else? What if you stop chasing and discover you do not even know who you are without the chase? That is the final trap. They did not just steal your time and attention. They stole your sense of self. They made you believe that you are what you achieve, what you own, what you show to the world. And when those things do not make you happy, you think something is wrong with you, not the system. You start to believe you are broken, that everyone else figured it out and you did not. That if you just tried harder, wanted less, performed better, maybe then you would finally feel whole. But you are not broken. You are just awake, and waking up is painful. Let me bring this back to you, sitting there, reading this, feeling that strange ache in your chest. You worked so hard, sacrificed so much, said no to things you loved, said yes to things you hated, all because someone told you this was the path. And now you are here, supposedly winning, and it feels like losing. You scroll past your old photos, back when you had less but somehow felt more alive. Back when your dreams were still dreams, and not crossed off items on a checklist. You see your friends doing the same thing, smiling in pictures, dying inside in private, everyone pretending they figured it out while secretly Googling, "Why do I feel empty?" at 3 in the morning. The loneliness of success is one of the least talked about forms of suffering, because admitting it feels like betrayal, like spitting in the face of everyone who did not make it this far. You are supposed to be grateful, supposed to be happy. But gratitude does not fix the fact that you spent years chasing a life that does not even feel like yours. You optimized yourself into a stranger, became the person you thought you had to be, and lost the person you actually were. Fun was never free. It cost you your freedom. Every distraction you indulged, every like you chased, every goal you sacrificed yourself for, it all came with a price. And that price was your presence, your peace, your ability to just be. You traded depth for speed, meaning for metrics, connection for content. And now, standing at the finish line, you realize there is no finish line. Just another starting gun, another race, another lie. The people who sold you this dream are not living it themselves. They are selling it, profiting off your exhaustion, your confusion, your desperate need to feel like your life means something. But here's the truth they do not want you to know. The moment you see the pattern, you break it. Awareness is the first crack in the cage. You do not need to burn your life down, quit your job, delete your phone, move to a cabin in the woods. You just need to stop mistaking achievement for aliveness. You need to start asking better questions, not what do I want to have, but who do I want to be, not how do I look successful, but how do I feel fulfilled, not what impresses others, but what brings me peace. The system will keep spinning, the treadmill will keep running, the circus will keep performing, but you do not have to keep playing. You can step back, breathe, remember what it felt like before you learned to perform, before you started measuring your worth in outcomes. You can choose presence over productivity, depth over distraction, meaning over metrics. You can let yourself be human again, flawed, slow, uncertain, real. The emptiness you feel is not a sign that you failed. It is a sign that you are ready for something true. It is your soul whispering that you were never meant to live like this, that there is another way, quieter, slower, deeper, scarier, but real. The life you thought you wanted was never yours to begin with. It was always someone else's blueprint, someone else's definition of success, someone else's idea of happiness. And maybe, just maybe, the reason you feel empty is because you finally have enough space to hear your own voice again. Asking not what the world wants from you, but what you want from yourself. That question is where freedom begins. If this opened your eyes, like the video and subscribe for more hidden truths.